G'day everyone. It's Birdie here for episode 2 of my save with Galatasaray. Um, so before I start, just watched the Bayern Munich and Barcelona game in the Champions League. Wow, Bayern after that performance, AC Milan of course, they went up 2-0 on Barcelona in the first leg in the quarters, but I don't see I can't see Bayern giving up 5 goals in Spain this time. So book it, folks. I'm saying it now. Bayern's going to be in the Champions League final. But okay, so now, like I said, here's my save with Galatasaray, episode 2 of our series. I believe where we left off was against Trabzonspor, and as you can see, well, now there's the fixtures. But yeah, we left off against Trabzonspor after my Champions League game, and right now, well, I guess let's get into it. So we'll just look at the boardroom of how I've done so far. Again, very secure. Everything's going good. Galatasaray, yeah, everything's going well. I actually got a theatre club of Dinamo Zagreb, so that's a plus as well. And there's the tactics again, 4-2-3-1, pretty much, the same as what I did last time. But where we left off was after my Champions League game against Feyenoord. And we had a game against Trabzonspor. So here it is, the fixtures that I've played up till now. Trabzonspor, of course, is a big rival of Galatasaray, so I was really pleased to to get a win out of there. Especially in Trabzonspor, as you can see, they got sent off in the 60th minute, which I was up 2-0 anyway. 7th piece. So yeah, it was a good win, and I thought that we thoroughly deserved it. Decided to play the 4-5-1, which was counter there, 4-5-1 as well. So yeah, that was a good win. And Alexspor home, pretty easy. This was a game before my Champions League game against Bayern, as you guys all saw probably. So I rest a few of my normal players like Wesley Sneijder and Barak Yilmaz, even some of my defenders as well. And yeah, as you can see, we kind of just cruised. We were actually up 4-0 until they pulled 2 back, which was a bit disappointing to see. But we got the 3 points, and so yeah, I thought that yeah, pretty terrible, deserving victory. Actually, to be honest, I'm not really a fan of Fernando Muslera, so but he's the keeper at the moment. But with all these foreign spots and whatnot, I'm going to try and get a Turkish goalkeeper in, so I could use a foreign spot on a defender or a midfielder or a forward or something like that. But yeah, Muslera, not a fan of him at the moment. But here it was, the first Champions League game against Feyenoord, and I was pretty happy with the result, to be honest with you. We played the 4-2-3-1, which worked pretty well, I guess. It was a pretty tight game. We had more shots, more possession as well. Sorry, my bird's just chirping in the background there. But yeah, we played pretty good, and I thought that we deserved at least a result there. And yeah, obviously Feyenoord, just looking at the group B, that could be the one team that you want to try and get at least 4 to 6 points against, and so definitely in the reverse game in my home in Galatasaray, I really need to get 3 points from that one. So yeah, on the road, I was quite happy with the point, and as you can see, we we played better than what you see there. I mean, we had a couple of woodworks as well. They actually show the match, but no, I won't do that. Then the game against Besiktas, another huge rival of Galatasaray. Unfortunately, I lost 1-0. It was a pretty tight game, but Besiktas, yeah, quite substantially. They dominated the whole game pretty much. So I had to go with a 4-5-1, 4-2-3-1 against. So yeah, it was a pretty good game. Or Besiktas played well. They only got a goal, which was quite lucky because yeah, I wasn't really too good in this game. And you know, a lot of these guys like Yilmaz, Felipe Melo, Sergio Kenan, Wesley Sneijder, of course, he came off the bench because you know, a lot of these guys were just tired from the Feyenoord game. So I wasn't really too going into this game. I was kind of hoping at least we get a point or something, but yeah, we didn't get anything, which was a bit unfortunate. Sivasspor game against another Champions League game, so you know, it's pretty tight with these league schedules, but again, I kind of rested a few of my boys, main guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, and I rested a bit. I brought in my 20-year-old guy that I signed in the off season to get his first start, and he actually played pretty well. 7. So yeah, and Gorkazan obviously played well as well. I rested, of course, Yilmaz. I started Drogba, and I absolutely dominated this game from the get-go. Could not score a goal. Was hitting numerous woodworks, but in the last dying minute of the game, I met Ballet. He's kind of the guy that I like to bring in to play when you know, say if we're resting some players, he's going to be my reserve striker. So yeah, he came in and saved the game and got 3 points for me, especially at home too. So in Sivasspor, no joke. I mean, I'll show you the standings in a minute, but yeah, that was a good win there. And here we go, folks, the biggest win of them all, or in my opinion, it's a big win. But I got a point against Bayern, although it's at my home pitch. I can't complain. I mean, it seemed like, well, obviously everyone saw today probably with Bayern Munich and Barcelona in real life. You all know how they're like. But yeah, I was absolutely ecstatic with this game. Even I got the first goal. And you know, they of course came back. This penalty was a bit weak, but it was a bit kind of frustrating to concede a goal at the end of the first half. But again, my main guy Barak Yilmaz saves the day again. So yeah, obviously being at home too. You know, as everyone says, you always want to get a win in your home games, and but today I'll take the point. I mean, you know, Bayern Munich are a very good side, and yeah, I mean, this is what I played against them. I played a 4-5-1, which, you know, I was actually contemplating whether to play the 4-5-1 or the 4-2-3-1 to try and counteract their 4-2-3-1 as well. But no, I decided to go with the 4-5-1, which it worked. I mean, I played majority of a counter fluid type of game, and yeah, I mean, it worked. I mean, I actually got a few good scoring chances pretty late in the game when it was 2-2, but I couldn't really finish it off. So yeah, that was big. But here's the updated league table, pardon me. And I'm tied with Fenerbahce. So you know, I'm not really too surprised in where I am. Obviously, with the stature of Galatasaray in Turkey, they should be atop of the group of the league, and we are. I mean, we have a game in hand as well. So we actually have a huge game here against Kaiserspor. So yeah, I mean, they're only 3 points behind. So yeah, it's pretty tight at the top. Obviously, the natural, usual suspects are there, like Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, Besiktas, Bursaspor, Trabzonspor also in there as well. But there is Sivasspor. Like I said, they're no joke. They played me pretty tight in that game, but I thoroughly deserved to win, and I did. So, so yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, you know, I got a game in hand. Big game here against Kaiserslautern, so I really want to get a result. And yeah, there's the updated table. Here's the player stats. Hugo Almeida, pretty surprising. Besiktas leading, or sorry, Musasau. yeah, there you go. Selçuk Kenan, pretty surprising. He's kind of leading my goals, but yeah, there he is. Barak Yilmaz. He's a guy I really want to start getting going, which he has been doing pretty good in all competitions, appearances. Got 10 goals, so yeah, that's a plus as well, and you know that's what you want from your key players. But now I'll go to my squad, which got some key injuries here. There they are, Wesley Sneijder and Emre Kolak. Kolak, of course, is my first starting string left or right attacking midfielder. So yeah, that's a big loss for me. He's a guy that you know he brings a lot of speed to the outside for sure. So definitely could have used him in the last game against Bayern, but he was injured. And of course, and he's actually not out as much as Sneijder here. Sneijder's going to be out for roughly a month. He was actually injured on international duty with the Netherlands. So yeah, that's a big loss. I mean, you know, game against Bayern, obviously playing the 4-5-1. You know, I wouldn't have an attacking midfielder there, but you know, if Sneijder was fit and eligible to play, I probably maybe would have played the 4-2-3-1. But you know, it's over now. I can't do much about it. But yeah, big loss for Wesley Sneijder, and he's going to be out for a month. So you know, right now the guy that I have playing in a spot at the moment is Furkan Özkal, young guy, which you know he's pretty decent, but he's not, of course, a Wesley Sneijder. And Selçuk Kenan, he's actually suspended for the next game because he's picked up. I guess you're only allowed a certain amount of cards in this league as well. So again, pretty disappointing for my #1 midfielders, but it's only one game, right? So that should be all right. And we'll just update the Champions League fixtures here. And here they are. Pretty surprising Bate up there, but like I said at the beginning of this, I thought this is pretty, I guess Porto, Shakhtar are pretty big clubs, but considering all the other groups, I thought this one was one of the weakest. But there's Group B, me and Group B, a pretty tight group, 4-5, or with Bayern, myself, and Valencia, and a win and 2 draws, which I'll take. I mean, that's all I could really take. For any team to get a point against Bayern Munich. Obviously, Valencia beat Bayern pretty handily in that game. Even though they 3 shots on total 12 for Bayern, so they missed a lot of good chances. But yeah, I mean, I'll take the draw. Why not? And there you go again. But the reverse one back in Bayern is going to be massive, and also this one against Valencia, another huge game. In this game, I have to win. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I got to get 3 points against Feyenoord in the final game. But first, obviously Bayern. I think I'll also need to try and get a result out of Valencia as well, because Valencia in Feyenoord is going to be another tight game. So and you have to figure that Valencia is going to win that. And so yeah, I mean, right now I'm in it, but these next 2 fixtures are going to be huge for me for sure. So it's going to be tight. I'm hoping I can get out of the second though, but maybe even first the way we're going. But these two games, and of course Feyenoord. I mean, you can't take Feyenoord out of it yet, but these 2 are going to be massive fixtures for me. And we'll just go over some of these other groups here for you guys. Group C, group of death in my opinion. Pretty tight between the 3 usual guys I thought would be there. Olympiacos also there. So yeah, other group, poor Nordjylland, really in a top group. There you go. And the other Turkish team, Fenerbahce, doing well as well. Chelsea, Schalke, I'm a bit surprised Schalke's not in there so yet, but there you go. Barcelona, usual, doing well there. Bit surprised Gladbach's and Anderlecht well. And there you have it. Group C, good Scotland or Celtics there. But again, I think that's another weak group as well. Even this one, to be honest with you. But yeah, so there you go. Champions League Actually, I haven't looked at the Europa League yet, but we'll see how it is. Some of these teams that are in here, to be honest, yeah, I haven't really seen it. I haven't seen any of this yet. So, yeah, there you go. Napoli, Levante. Groups really come out to you as a group of death. Atletico Madrid is my feeder club, which I'm really glad I got Dinamo Zagreb as well. I asked for a feeder club, and they said, okay, we'll come up with one for you in the month, and they came back with that one. So I was really happy that they got that. Maybe say that's an early group of death in the Europa League, but not really doing well. This one could be as well. I don't count. I think some of the Israeli teams are pretty good as well. So yeah, that's one there. Liverpool. That could be also one group of death. Look at that, 6 points each for all of them. Polish scored. So yeah, there you have it, Europa League. And again, I'm just gonna check here. The World Cup, Australia actually got a win last game, so that's huge. But yeah, so there you go. I think that's all I can really do for this episode. There's the fixtures. I want to try and show you guys. I want to try and record one of my Champions League games. So I'll maybe try and record this one. I'll try for the next episode, or maybe I'll try and get all the way up to that game. So the next episode will feature all of this. But yeah, like I said, I'm really happy that I got a draw. Obviously, people will probably agree with me, but being at home, like I said, you want to try and get wins at home, but I'll take a draw against Bayern any day. So yeah, there we have it. I can't really think of anything else really big that's happened on my save. The injuries, like I said, that's huge. Some of the shortlist guys have been trying to go after. Cem Karakin, he's a Turkish player, and he, of course, with Reading, I think. Well, when I had my Reading save, he was one of my key players, so I informed about him, and right now the price tag isn't too bad at the moment, but for me right now, my budget is not doing too good. Of course, well, I guess it's all right, but keep in mind I have to worry about all these bank loans, and I'm gonna be happy when this one goes next year, or in 2 years and 14. But these two next year, I guess, crap, I read it all wrong. It's all gonna be done in 2014 for 2 of these ones. So yeah, that's a bit kind of sucks there. But yeah, I mean, there we have it. Shortlist players. Like I said, I was looking at some of them. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with my team at the moment. Fenerbahce has transferred this guy, Ep.2, or however you say it. So, which pretty low for he's an all right player. I'm not gonna say he's great, but he's all right. So, obviously it's still quite a bit till till the January transfer window. So we'll see how it is. But yeah, I've really been trying to go after some of these Turkish guys, and yeah, like I said, I mean, this is a very tough side. I mean, you have to put like maximum of 8 foreign players in your squad, and well, I guess, yeah, in the game, and then a maximum of 6 in your starting 11. So yeah, I mean, it's tough, and you have to monitor it. But that's how it is in this league, and which is a bit frustrating. But yeah, so like I said, I'll for the next episode, I'll go try and get all the way up to here, and for the last Champions League game, if it's big, I'll record it. But other than that, yeah. So that's all I can really say for this episode. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying following this. I'm really enjoying playing it as well. So yeah, so that's this highlighted area as well is where we'll get for the next episode, and hope you guys continue following, and cheers for watching.